if you're looking at your current output today as a day trader or even as a swing trader, and you're a little disappointed, what I want to share with you is the pre-market routine that I put together every single morning for the folks in the Sector Secrets Mastery, the folks in the Futures Room on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and how I set up myself a pre-market routine to win. That's what we're all here for, right? How do I do about 10 to 15 minutes of work before the bell just to prepare myself to have an edge at the bell? And I'm going to walk you through the actual trades that we took in the room today. No hypotheticals, no analysis, straight up, what did we do? And I'm going to talk to you about the tools that I use, many of which some of you probably already have, and many of which you can just do manually because they're really simple things to put on your chart without the need for any premium paid secret squiggle. Let's really make this a needle mover update for everybody. And by the way, a really good compliment to this video would be to check out today's, no, not the top tier outlook, although that's really cool. The Charts and Coffee show for today, Tuesday, September 26th, because I went through my pre-market and you can see sort of the outline of the way that I think about what to do when through the morning. So if you're lacking a pre-market routine, and if you're lacking a routine for the first 30 minutes of the day, check out that update, 20-minute show. I tell you everything that I do. And that's how we operated through August. Darn near doubled an account. It wasn't actually double. I fell short at 94%. And we're well on our way to another 70% win rate through September. These are seemingly the terrible months of the year, right? Not if we shorten the time frame. That is what this video is all about. So what you see on the left-hand side, by the way, gang, are the notes that I make available to members when I'm in the room. I am constantly giving you all the cues, the levels, and the setups in the notes so you can refer to them at any time. There's no getting lost in our room, because if at any time you're thinking, okay, I'm getting some vertigo, Rog, pause or mute me for a moment. Yeah, I tell folks, mute me for a moment and go take a look at where we are in the notes. Okay, so I put a lot of cues here. Let's get to what we did. The first trade of the day, and you can see, look at all these notes we actually put in before we put on trade number one. For about 15 minutes, we are taking an assessment of reminders about no sequence, no setup, a reminder about no trigger, no trade, a reminder about putting up our 5-minute zone on our charts, right? A reminder about hot zones, little inspiration. I love this video from Jocko, the Jocko Good video. Check it out, right? Whatever's happening, good. Yeah. So our first trade of the morning was, as you can see here, 9:45, we set up the Russell. That was the first thing on my radar. There's the future setup, because we do have some traders in the mastery that like futures. Of course, our futures traders like futures. And we wanted to short up at 1803. This is the hourly price movement range at work. 1803 is a limit order to sell. Notice what we're doing. We're putting these orders out there, ideally before the entry. And that way, all you need to do is put in a price conditional order. No having to scramble in or out with market orders. I'm a big fan of price conditional orders. It helps with discipline. So that was the route in with the futures. But this time of morning, I'm going to recommend to, well, of course, my non-futures traders and also my newer futures traders, use the training wheels of the Russell via the IWM. All right, so I'm just going to clean up this chart a little bit, and you can see here exactly what we did. IWM, I make the alerts nice and large. We want to buy the 177 put, okay? Where we want to buy it, that's the trigger. We don't buy the 177s until they reach almost 177. You can see right in here, got that fill easy. And then we have our target already determined. As this thing sells off towards 176.20, we scale out of only half the position. Because you know what? I don't know if we're going to keep going down, and take a look. That's exactly what we did today. Today was a fantastic day in general for follow through, right? So keep that in mind when you're getting your trades out there. And there are going to be times when we get stopped out at a trailing stop or a break even stop. That is by design, right? Just to give you also an idea of cost, these cost anywhere from $103 to $112. Now, what I ask folks is, how many contracts could you buy if all you were spending was $103 to $112? For some of our members, it's 2 contracts. For other members, it's 22 contracts, right? And I think I was close to 23 today on that fill. So I can scale out as the trade moves in my favor. Think about scalability. Think about scaling in and scaling out. Now let's go to the next setup here before I let this video turn into a 30-minute update. So here's QQQ. This one I did not get. And I'm kicking myself on this one because I set this one up at 10 and I chose not to be a little bit aggressive on it, which was my bad. I don't mind to miss trades. I'm not a JOMO, joy of missing out. I'm certainly not a FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO is going to kill an account. JOMO is where the enlightened traders are. I'm still working on that. But you know what I am okay with? We kind of coined this today. I am okay with missing out, right? So joy of missing out is okay of the missing out. I'm UMO, right? I think there is something in between JOMO and FOMO. And being okay with missing out is great. I rather quote unquote, miss a trade than regret having taken a trade. The regret kills me more. So great structure. I knew what I should have done. I just wasn't as aggressive as I should have been. HPMR said, told you so. Slow Stochastic said, told you so. Everything about this was get short and stay short. And that's the most important thing. Don't try to pick bottoms in red multi-trends. The other trade that we did get, the other 2, was a quick pop in Exxon because crude oil was in fuego today, gang. Crude oil was really just a very strong commodity. And the same way that I will want to be short tech stocks and tech sectors when the NASDAQ is weak, I'll want to be long oil stocks and oil sectors when the crude oil market is strong. And that actually worked out pretty darn well in XLE and XOM. So what looks like a choppy mess is not a mess if we're patient. Take a look. Let's go to the XLE trade because that came first. So this is related to crude oil futures. And notice what we did at 10:18. I wanted to buy the 88 call. We got down to 89.57 right there. Why did I want to buy there? Hourly price movement range, right? Hourly price movement range in a neutral environment. So multi-trend tells me I can be neutral. Hourly price movement range tells me to buy in the green zone. You can see the price action hit the green zone for 3 5-minute candles. Hourly price movement ranges are automated time and volatility-based support and resistance zones that populate automatically and adjust automatically on your chart. All right. And so if I've got that clarity, then why not stick with it? So that was the trade, right? Same thing with Exxon. And that was our day, 3 trades. All right. And so what I would love everyone to think about is what are those things that we can do before the bell, right? And so the first thing is, these are the things that I did to get the edge. Get your previous session close marked on your chart before 9:30. Really easy. Where did the previous session close? That is a major sentiment line. All right. This is something we've been teaching for a lot of years in the day trading class. It's about as simple and as elegant a level as there can be. The second thing that everyone can do, right, is look at the 5-minute high to low range. In other words, from 9:30 to 9:35 Eastern, there will be a high and there will be a low. Mark that range. Yes, I have a tool that does it automatically and lets me know when we escape that range, which is not something that you need. It's not even a cue that I'm going to take, but mark that range. Let me show you that range in the RTY. This is great in the indices, right? Look at the range on the RTY. When we were above it, with a little bit of bullishness. In between, a lot of chop. And then as we got below that range, it followed through. What about that range on the NASDAQ today? Again, I'm not saying this is anything other than support and resistance, because that's all that it is. Take a look at that range on the NAS. Here it is, right here. Here's that 5-minute high-low. Beautiful. We actually came back up and reached it here. We were below it the whole time. That is bearish. We were also below the previous session close the whole time. Get those 2 things running on your chart. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a needle mover and help you determine the path of least resistance, because that's where the follow through and ultimately, gang, the profit is going to be. All right. Not fighting a trend, not trying to find a top or bottom to fade, but just letting the market do its thing. And then like a surfer, we take advantage of that wave. I hope this helps, gang, because I'm super excited for the October trading season. We are just about there. Let's get through end of quarter without killing our accounts or morale. And then we can start what I think is oftentimes the best quarter of the year, ready to go. Okay, put these to work. Let me know how it goes. Thanks as always for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for smashing that like button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.